And thanks so much. Joining us now to discuss is Jeremy Saland, a former prosecutor with the Manhattan District Attorney, as well as trial attorney Misty Maris. Welcome to both of you. Jeremy, let me start with you because the prosecution argued today, quote, the entire case is predicated on the idea that there was a conspiracy to influence the election in 2016. In your view, how helpful has Pecker's testimony been to this central argument of a conspiracy, even though they haven't charged anyone with conspiracy?
Well, I think you can say Josh Steinglass and the prosecutors did a fabulous job. They asked the right questions and they got the right answers. You've heard from so many different pieces here. You hear about Steve Bannon. You hear about going to Signal, which is an app to cover up communications, not being on certain phones. You hear about why there isn't a formal agreement between Donald Trump and David Pecker. You understand that things were being run by Michael Cohen to confirm that this story should be run or shouldn't be run. You got all the foundational pieces, the bricks, if you will, to build this foundation. And we're only in the beginning, but he did a fabulous job. Yet to be cross-examined, but we're moving in the right direction if we're the prosecution.
Misty, notably, David Pecker testified that Trump was cautious and frugal in his handling of money, so much so that he personally reviewed invoices and signed checks. I think he called them meticulous. In your experience, is that enough to prove to the jury that Trump had to have been aware of any falsified business records and the idea that they're paying Michael Cohen to reimburse him for these hush money payments as opposed to just filing off money for a retainer?
Yeah, this is a really important part of the prosecution's case. Remember, the defense called the 34 pieces of paper as far as the falsification of the business records. It's very, very critical for Donald Trump to be aware of those falsification of business records. And then the second piece is in furtherance of another crime, which in this case is likely to be a violation of New York election law. And that's why this conspiracy, this aspect of the meeting of the minds between Pecker, Cohen, and Trump is central to the prosecution's case. Now, the flip side is that we anticipate Donald Trump will argue there's lots of reasons to kill stories about affairs, could have to do with reputation, could have to do with his wife. But Pecker testified today that this was directly related to the election. So to your point, Jake, his awareness of all of these circumstances and Donald Trump's participation and being involved in the process is central to what the prosecution needs to prove.
Jeremy, David Pecker said he tried to keep his agreement with Trump secret, testifying, quote, I told him we're going to try to help the campaign, and to do that, I want to keep this as quiet as possible. That's what Pecker says he said. Then a prosecutor had Pecker confirm that the positive stories about Trump were of mutual benefit, but stopping stories from being printed about Trump, catching and killing stories that would have sold on the newsstand, but he killed them, like Karen McDougal, only benefited the campaign and did not benefit the National Enquirer. Explain why that clarification was necessary.
Because who's the winner out of all this? When we look at the intent and what the purpose and a goal is, you have to see, well, why are we doing this? And that's a big question the jury is going to ask. And you're going to get some of that direct evidence, but it also doesn't take a leap of faith to say, well, Michael Cohen's not benefiting. What is he necessarily getting directly? David Pecker now clears up that other piece. We're not getting any extra money. We're not getting extra oversight, or pardon me, more publicity for our articles. We're actually losing that publicity. So who is the person who's winning here? Who has the motive? Who has the intent? That's Donald Trump. And with all of these bricks, as I mentioned before, it's putting it together and it's creating that foundation and doing it very, very well. It all points to one person, Donald Trump.
Key bono, right? Who benefits? Misty,
yeah,
as Jeremy mentioned, Pecker says Michael Cohen suggested they switch to talk on Signal rather than on a landline or a regular cell phone. Explain why that's significant.
Yeah, Signal is notorious for being private messages. They're the types of messages that wouldn't necessarily be found if there were to be discovery. And so that the air of using Signal is something that could be a bit more nefarious. And that's why it's really a big part of the case that not only are these communications happening, they're having these discussions about the stories that are being planted and also being removed from the Enquirer, but they're doing it in a secretive way. Now, that leads to that old issue of intent, mens rea. Why is it secret? Well, it's secret because it's in furtherance of another crime.
And Jeremy, David Pecker would even testify today, quote, when we were preparing an article for the National Enquirer, we'd communicate what we were doing at the direction of the article from Michael Cohen. And we would also send him the PDFs the visuals of the story before it was published, unquote. Pecker added Cohen had an informal role in Trump's campaign and, quote, injected himself into the campaign, but often called Pecker and urged him to run negative stories about Trump's opponents. And we saw them against Cruz, against Rubio, against Hillary. What do you make of Cohen's role here?
Well, we also heard from from Pecker that Michael Cohen said the boss is pleased or something to that effect, something going along those lines. He was the go-between. He was almost the de facto person for the campaign, if you believe the prosecution story, and as it comes out, that really manipulated the press via the Inquirer to either, as we said, kill the bad stories or promote the stories that adversely impact him, meaning something about, for example, Rubio. So he's a central piece here, and it's helping lift up Michael Cohen before Michael Cohen testifies. It's corroborating Michael Cohen before it has to be solely on Michael Cohen's shoulder. And that's why, again, Pecker's doing a terrific job for the prosecution.
And Missy, there's also this moment where they're talking about the story that the doorman was alleging, which apparently was false, but he had a story, and Pecker said he was just going to hold it, and then if it turned out to be true, he would run it after the election. Why is that significant?
This is one of the most significant points. It's all about tying this back, these actions back specifically to the election. Because the prosecution has to show the furtherance of another crime, presumably violation of election laws, campaign finance laws, they have to eliminate that defense of, I would kill this story for any other reason just because I'm a high-profile person. When it's directly tied to the election, planting of stories against political opponents is different than killing a story about your personal life. Clearly that shows motivation related to the election. And Jake, that's why this story, if it's true, I'm going to run it after the election, is so key, because it means that that's the purpose of the catch and kill plan.
All right, Misty and Jeremy, stay with me.